You managed to amass a fortune of a cool 10 million. Am I to take it that you have been sent to see me?
No, but it amounts to the same thing. I had a hunch you might be the very man to help us in something that at the moment is giving the government very grave concern. Now, will you tell me what you've been up to?
De Richleau swiveled the brandy glass and replied, Before Britain declared war on Germany, I flew, with some friends of mine, to Poland.
The fellows who accompanied you on your Russian and Spanish exploits. Yeah, I remember hearing about your adventures in the forbidden territory, and later that story of the £8 million in gold that the four of you got out of Spain during the Civil War. One was the son of old Chanuk Van Ryn, the American banker, wasn't he?
Rex Van Ryn, yes. The other two are Richard Eaton and Simon Aaron. Rex is an ace airman, and he managed to wangle his way into the Royal Air Force. In October, he ran into a flock of Nazis where the odds were 6-1, and they got him. His left leg was badly smashed. He's on the road to recovery now, but his wounds will prevent him from flying as a fighter pilot any more. Simon Aaron went back to his counting house. He's a director of one of our big financial houses. Richard Eaton is an airman too, but he's over age for a fighter pilot. He has a big place down in Worcestershire, so he went in at once for intensive farming. He comes to London now and again to help me in 1 or 2 little jobs.
What sort of jobs?
Details would bore you, but I have many friends, and I speak several languages with considerable fluency, so here and there I've been tipped off, and I've been successful in putting a number of unpleasant people behind the bars. I made a secret trip to Czechoslovakia last spring, and I've been in the Low Countries since the German occupation. In fact, I only got back last week, but of course I have no official position at all. Sir Pellinor's blue eyes twinkled.
What are you up to now?
Just keeping my eye on a few people and trying to trace various leakages of information which come from people who regard themselves as patriotic citizens but talk too much to ladies of their acquaintance. There's nothing at all to prevent me from packing a bag and leaving for Peru tomorrow if you feel that I could drive another nail into Hitler's coffin.
That's the sort of thing I like to hear. But I don't think we'll have to call on you even to leave London. It's the use of that fine brain of yours I want. The biggest menace we're up against is our shipping losses, and the extraordinary thing is that although the Nazis now seem to have only the vaguest idea of what's going on here in every other direction, they have our shipping arrangements absolutely taped. Naturally, every convoy that sails to or from America is sent by a different route. Whichever way we choose, the Nazis seem to know about it. The Navy's working night and day, and the air arm, too. Our intelligence people have done their damnedest.
Why should you imagine that I might succeed, while the best brains in our intelligence have failed?
Well, because I feel that our only chance now is to get an entirely fresh mind on the subject. Someone who isn't fogged by knowing too much detail and having his nose too close to the charts. Yet someone who has imagination and a great reservoir of general knowledge. The Nazis must be using some channel which is quite outside normal espionage methods.
De Richleau stared at Sir Pellinor. Then if they are not using normal methods, they must be using subnormal, or rather, the supernatural.
What the blazes do you mean?
The Duke leant forward. That they are using what, for a lack of a better term, is called black magic. A strange expression crept into Sir Pellinor's eyes.
Black magic, eh? Most interesting theory. Well, if you get any more ideas on the subject, of course, you must let me know.
I shall be delighted to do so. And now I will tell you what has just been passing through your mind. I've drawn a blank here. This fellow's no good. He's got a screw loose. Probably a sustained concussion in an air raid.
Dammy, you're right. But you must agree that no sane person could take your suggestion seriously.
I would agree that anyone who has no personal knowledge of the occult is quite entitled to disbelieve it. I assume that you've never seen...